Ray is saying that that Noble Park can get back into the contest, then for mine, in figures, it's got to be a Noble Park 5-goal to at least 2 or 3-quarter Balwyn, because that'll just keep them within arm's length at half-time.
So you would think that 5 goals would be the maximum range in margin for Noble Park at half-time?
They need to be at least 5 goals at half-time.
Well, players dispersing from their huddles. Ray, it's not just the pressure, though. There's been uncontested clangers from Noble Park as well, particularly going inside 50.
Well, that's been their downfall. Has been once they've gone inside that 50, they've bombed the ball high, and that's fallen into the hands of Balwyn. You know, I can't remember a time when they've actually gone in or kicked the ball out in front of a contest rather than kicking to a contest.
Let's head boundary side with thanks to car sales. Bev Warren Smith.
Well, I went over to the Noble Park huddle at quarter time because I wanted to hear what Mick Fogarty had to say, and it's safe to say he was very disappointed, dumbfounded. In fact, there was no support. The skills were horrible. There was no energy around the contest. He mentioned that a few times. It seemed like they have no purpose. This quarter, they're going straight down the corridor, as mentioned late in that first term. He wants them to chip away. The definition of show something.
Bit of John Kennedy channeling there from Mick Fogarty as we're underway in the second term. Balwyn 46, Noble Park yet to score as we have a secondary bounce in the middle. So just for those tuning in for the first time, the wind advantage favouring what is most likely the southwestern end as Monkhurst wins a tap for the Tigers. Noble Park kicking to the wind advantaged end in this term as we have yet another bounce in the middle. Well, they just need to get early goals, Noble Park, to regain some confidence. Monkhurst winning the tap once again for the Tigers, and the clearance is claimed by Smart. His high raking kick is intercepted, and the Bulls have formed a wall across their half-back line, as they were required to do in the first term, and intercepting the mark there was Glenn. Sends it long towards left half forward, over the head of Gottliebsen. It's picked up by Zajai, tried to break the tackle. Not enough support, however, and it's holding the ball. The Tigers could work it forward on the counter-attack through Smart. On the outer wing, he chips it in the Goebels' direction. It caught one for his quarter as he took a mark out in front. The umpire, I don't think, will award 25 here, as Goebels is slow to get to his feet.
It should be. He took a mark, and then he gets bumped.
He is, yep. He's called a 25-metre penalty.
What the Noble Park player did then, he just crashed into the Balwyn player. He did not make any effort whatsoever to go for the ball.
So it is Goebels, 60 metres out from goal. Looks for an option in the pocket. It's a congested forward line, but he still found the target out in front. Not paid. On the lead was Sharman, who's kicked 1 goal already. And as a consequence, the Bulls can clear from their defensive zone. Kick out towards the true centre wing position out of side. It's a good mark taken by Oakes. Looks towards left half forward. The kick really didn't advantage Marson all that much as he sees it over the line in front of the Ute. Left half forward for the Bulls. It's a packed Ute too.
Well, let's hope it's Tonka tough. Seriously. As we'll have a boundary throw in as Noble Park get to half forward. Ruck contest. Ground level ball won by the Bulls. Quick inside ball is going to be marked in the dropped. So Balwyn don't get the leaving mark, but it goes out of bounds and it's a safe one as Gottliebsen just couldn't judge a high ball with the wind. Probably playing with the trajectory.
He's actually playing as a loose man in defence down there.
So it's going to be now 30 metres around from Noble Park goal. Slow and steady, they move their way forward, but it's around the boundary line. And it's maybe over the top. Free kick will go to Zajai, who just put his body over it, and the tackle just rode over his back. And it'll be a free kick.
One thing I've noticed today, boys, so far, is that if you're prepared to go in and put your body over the ball, you will be rewarded by the umpire.
So it's Yulba Zajai who's got it.
He's been good.
And he's got the long sleeves on today, so he's easy to recognise. And he's getting he's getting his hands on the ball. Can he convert an opportunity? This will be the first shot at goal for Noble Park to get within a metre, I would say, because even when they've had a look, they didn't go for goal. It's now from 50. He winds the right boot through the ball and he hooks it. And the wind might have taken it off a little bit into the pocket, and it's a minor score. But Noble Park are on the board. 3 minutes into the second term. They're 1 point, trailing Balwyn 7-4-46 Eastland scoreboard.
So, Reddy Gilchrist, the designated kicker, brings it back into play for the Tigers. Looks towards right half back and finds Cross, the intended target. So Cross will chip it towards centre wing. And it's a well-weighted ball towards Goebels. Couldn't quite hold on to the mark. The Bulls have the numbers at ground level. Sketcher tried to feed the hand pass away. Had a couple of teammates running. Goebels effected a high tackle. It'll be a free kick. True centre wing position out of side. Tour, I believe, is the recipient. Chips it short, looks laterally, finds the intended target in Glenn, and they can wheel around through Martin on the right foot. Kyle Martin sends it towards centre half forward. Almost the mark taken by Gaines. Chance now for the Bulls. A realistic shot is sprayed there from McDonald to the right of the goal face. It missed the sports cover goalposts quite significantly, and it's out of the full, and the Tigers will bring it back into play.
I wonder if he got a vision of himself curling it with the wind, and he just sort of caressed it off the boot, and it just speared off to the right. So short pass finds a teammate for Milhusen in the back pocket, or fullback he is now, and he links up to the outside they go. Having to fly against a player, Balwyn do well. Godleepson again gets pushed around as he gets himself up, but he's got a short on. He's got his teammate in Martin. Martin hand pass off to another teammate, and down they go to Gilchrist, but he spills it under a bit of pressure, and now it's a turnover ball, but the boundary umpire says it was out before Noble Park could get an attack flowing, and it'll be a boundary throw in. Centre wing, outer side again, Pat Wright Senior Oval. 46 plays 1. It's Balwyn leading this Queen's Birthday standalone Premier Division game of the Eastern Football League. It's a big game for Noble Park, but they've got a big task ahead of them. Quick kick out of the ruck contest. Goes forward for Noble Park, but the punch gets it outside 50. Again, though, the Bulls will spear a ball into the leading option. Hits the chest on the 50. Nice mark on the lead to Scott. And the ball there by Sketcher was awesome. So it's Scott.
Now, at this point of time, there must be Noble Park players across in front of that scoreboard, because if it comes out, that's where Balwyn's going to run the ball out that side of the ground.
So they finally got some overlap from the contest, and they...
Oh, they've been far more competitive this quarter. They've been really good so far.
Yeah, right post is the necessary ball, but he puts it right behind post, but it's still curling. It's not going to get the distance, and it's rushed over the line by the defensive ball, and they concede another behind.
I was just going to say, that's the spot you've got to kick it to, that right goal post, and allow the wind to drag it.
Well, that was even... You mean the point post?
Yeah, no, the goal post.
Well, that came from as far out as the pocket.
That's right, yeah.
Worked the whim well.
Cross down.
Let's hear boundary side, thanks to Carsars.
Speaking of the goalpost, a new EFL sponsor for the goalpost pad sport cover as well, guys. Check them out.
Indeed. As the delivery again inside 50 for the Bulls. Flying high was Kyle Martin. Couldn't quite take the mark. It's brought to ground level. Hand pass comes out in the Milhusen direction. Can he keep it in play? He's well tackled there by Ali Zijai. And the umpire is probably going to make an adjudication here. Zijai was smashed into the fence. And a bit of a how do you do was on. It was unnecessary. And the umpire looking for the yellow card here. This is not very good.
Well, the Ute is loving it as well.
You just cannot do that. You just cannot do that.
Well, Zijai was slammed into the fence on that occasion, so you would expect a free kick, and a red card is coming out from the umpire. We'll see who he's directing it to. So just explain the red card rule, Gav.
A 30-metre penalty also is incurred because it's a red card.
Yes, and it looks as if it's going against Gilchrist by the looks of it. A red card has been signalled from the umpire.
No, it'll be Milhusen.
Milhusen it was.
Yep, umpire Scully right onto that.
Well, you can never tolerate unnecessary aggression.
Roughness.
It really isn't a part of the game we need to see. And when a player's vulnerable to being pushed into the fence, that is almost criminal in football terms.
Brash, does that also come up as a automatic report?
Possibly, yes.
Yeah,
correct.
And can he come back on?
Yeah, later on.
Later on. So this is what I don't agree with, red cards. If you get a red card, I don't think you should be replaced. I really don't. A yellow card, yes, but a red card, no.
Should be similar to football or soccer terms, where the player doesn't come back onto the ground.
It used to be like that years ago.
And obviously, too, he will be offered the automatic 2-week penalty after the game when the team managers go to get the all clear.
In the meantime, Ali Zijai will have a chance to register Noble Park's first major on the board. He's deep in the forward pocket, acute angle, but he has split the middle, and the home crowd come to life. Zijai puts through the Bulls first. They're 1-2-8, trailing Balwyn 7-4-46. 8 minutes gone, second term on the Eastland scoreboard.
Look, they say that certain incidents can, spark a side. Now, if that incident there, I think that's going to spark Noble Park.
It has to, because they've had no emotion in the contest yet.
That's right.
So they're invested now as a playing group and a crowd behind them. If they get another quick one, they'll liven up. Their spirits will rise. So let's see. Not only did they concede a goal, but I think they've conceded some emotional leverage. for Noble Park to take control of. Gaines wins the tap down to Martin. He's just shoved off the ball, and he is holding the man against Balwyn. So Martin was very clever. He knew the tap was to him. Best not to take the ball. And he takes a free kick from the centre. He's just going to put a long ball. He torps it. He barrels it. It's a bit of a wobbler. And it's been marked by the Gilchrist, who took a bump after he marked it. Great courage, because he was the man underneath it. A wobbly ball, and he took the bump from Oakes, who stands the mark. Now they go out wide. What a kicker is Gilchrist, and he finds his teammate, of course, in Cross. So out in the wing, Cross will just settle down Balwyn's. Well, they've just had a bit of a stutter, but when you're 7-1, you're in full control of the game. Long ball to half forward. Haley comes in late, nearly judges it, but it sort of just hit him in the shoulder as it drifted out, and it went out in the full, actually. So they're free kick to Noble Park in defence.
Bulls will work it from their left half-back position. They're under trouble once again, under significant pressure. The kick towards a centre wing was flawed and intercepted there by Taylor Gilchrist. Donning the moustache for the Tigers. Chips the pass towards the true centre wing position. And the Tigers just slowing the tempo down to an extent. Kick inside the 50. Flying high was Lual with the spoil for the Bulls, but it's crumbed well by Mullinger McHugh. His hand pass was intercepted, and the Bulls could work it through the corridor. Sketcher got the hand pass away to his teammate Anagnostu. Looks towards centre wing, and the mark has been paid. So the Bulls starting to regain some form of momentum here. It's just whether they can capitalise on the scoreboard. Flying high was Herbelet. Couldn't take the mark, but he has support at ground level. Lateral pass is marked by Ali Zijai, who's kicked the only goal on the Bulls scoreboard. He looks at his brother in the pocket. Yilba Zijai keeps it in play. Hand pass comes back to Kyle Martin. It's a wobbly kick off the side of the boot inside 50. The Tigers defence can mop up, and Jaffa Williams sprints away from his opponents. Leads all comers. Finds Taylor Gilchrist. They work it through the corridor. O'Regan a high ball. Haley's a one-on-one here. He's in the front spot. Forces it to ground level. Still a chance for the Tigers on their 450, and will have some respite as taken to ground is Mullinger McHugh. Will have a bounce.
Just going back, Damo, that kick by Martin there, that was an educated kick. That wasn't a scrubby
Chaos
one off
ball.
the boot. It was, you could see if he'd kicked it in the air, it would have been smothered.
So the Rucks go at it forwards, and it's a quick hand pass, and Wilson's got a shot at goal from 40, and that's a good answer by Balwyn. The ruck contest was won with Mullinger McHugh, and the quick hand pass O'Regan to Wilson from 40. Another goal to the Tigers, 8-4-52. They lead by 47. 11 minutes gone, second term, as Noble Parker 1-8 on the Eastland scoreboard.
He's been really prominent, Mullinger McHugh, in this game. He's working well and truly up and down both ends of the ground, and he's proving a great fall for Riley Monkhorst in the ruck.
Do you know anything about him, Brash? Where's he come from?
He come from Heathmont,
Oh,
but
okay.
he was also played at Footscray as well.
Very impressive.
There's been an infringement in the middle here, so it'll be a 25-metre penalty and a Balwyn free kick on their half-forward line.
Is this 666, or what's this about?
No, I don't think it was.
I think he was inside the square.
Yeah,
the
it's
only
a
thing
centre
that
square
could have been.
infringement.
Well, why is it
From
not
the
just
wing.
a free kick and
From
you get a
the wing.
25?
Well, in any case, Mullinger McHugh is the recipient once again. 60 metres out from goal, sends a high, educated ball to the top of the square, looking for Haley. Chipping in at the front is Lual. Couldn't quite clear it here for the Bulls. They do have the numbers, however, and the chain of hand passes leads to a kick towards centre wing. Behind the player, Scott. Couldn't quite read it effectively. He has support, however. Hand pass comes from Herbelat. Good tackle applied there on Lambert. He's fell to the ground. And the umpire says, give it to me. Good tackling pressure from the Tigers once again.
If they were in any confidence, he would have hand passed it as straight as he got it, but they just didn't trust their overlap run.
Ball up. True centre wing position, broadcast side. Mullinger McHugh's been excellent in the ruck. He won the tap. It's well rowed by Urban. We'll have yet another secondary bounce. And the umpire's called a blood rule. So we'll have intermission in play. And just a reminder, the goal post pads are sponsored by Sports Cover this season. New sponsors to the Eastern Football League. And it looks as if it is Sharman coming off the ground, who's kicked one goal to his name for Balwyn. Taylor Gilchrist to replace him. Let's cross down boundary side for car sales.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of blood coming off Sharman's left knee, but yeah, it could have been just a stop go on there. He'll be patched up pretty quickly.
Ben Warren Smith there for car sales. As a free kick is picked out of the ensuing stoppage as Anagnostu is the recipient. Kicks towards right half forward. The Bulls will be hurt certainly from that Tigers reply, but they can force it forward again. Marston is gang tackled by a couple of Tigers. Will have a bounce. 55 out for the Bulls goal.
So they've just settled after that incident, Balwyn. I think they've just steeled their resolve to hold up Noble Park. It's been an even contest since quarter time as Noble Park try to work their way out of the pack. Zajai, long kick in from Ali, gets it to full forward. Who's there for Noble Park? Yulber was nearly there, but here comes the tackler, and it will be a ball up 20 metres out from Noble Park's goals.
They just can't get the break of the ball going their way, Noble Park, in this quarter.
Not much system in their way of going forward. Quick kick out of the pack by Balwyn, only gained 5 metres. Well, you call it there, Ray, but Noble Park, where they tackled without the ball. Martin might keep it in, 60 out, clever, goes to ground, hand pass in front of himself. He just, like a terrier dog, chases it down again, but he's pushed out, and it'll be a ball in from 55.
Gav, it would have been a free kick if that umpire had been up here with us, because he was wrong, or the umpires were wrong-sided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he said, I'm not going to guess.
No, he's not coming up here either.
He's not going to beat you for special comments, that's for sure, Ray Baird. As the ball's just pinging around with hand passes because there's not much room to move if you get the ball. And it'll be a ball up 50 out from Noble Park's goals. And I reckon Balwyn have been smartly congested this
they have.
Forward line just to stop any charges in. And the ruck contest close to the line. Sketcher took it, tried to get a holding the man decision by letting it get out of his grasp, but it's gone out of his grasp and out of bounds for a boundary throw in. So the umpire's probably just not going to give a soft free kick. Ball in, Moncourt's front position, wins it forward. Shark ball by the Tigers, quick kick out. Luau was boundary side with Haley, and the ball beats them both out, and it'll be a boundary throw in again. But it's further away from goals for Noble Park. It's closer to the wing than it is their goals.
So Balwyn leading it by 44 points on the Eastland scoreboard as we tick over the halfway mark of this second term. Beautiful conditions here. Damien Watson, Gav Casey, Ray Baird and Wayne Brasher with you as the ball is once again forced over the line in front of the grandstand. Bailey Lambert seeing it over. How do the Bulls get back into this game? Because they have the wind advantage. They need a couple more at least.
Well, I think they just got to be a little bit harder in and under than what they are actually.
Throw in. Set in motion once again. Tap one by Gaines. The designated Noble Park ruckman as a stoppage ensues from the contest once again. Rennie Gilchrist claimed to ground.
You look at both forward lines, it's complete opposite. They need to open their forward line up a bit, Noble Park.
It's on the 450 for the Bulls. Good gang tackle applied. G was amongst it and holding the ball. So they're rewarded for their tackling pressure, the Bulls. Can they capitalise on the scoreboard?
If you don't give that ball up,
25. Silly play, Alex Urban, undisciplined. Just didn't give the ball up.
Kyle Martin's got to go back and kick a goal. He must kick a goal from this. He's got the 30-metre penalty. He's played at a higher level. He's one of the leaders in this football team. He must go back and kick the goal.
Cross down.
You'd think if they have any chance, the Bulls, he needs to convert. Let's cross down for car sales.
Did I miss something? Is the 25-metre penalty gone to 30 now?
Okay.
So in any case, Kyle Martin will be shooting for about 25 metres out. Slightly better than a 45-degree angle. Can he re-galvanise the Noble Park side? No, he can't. It's gone off the side of the boot, and that's been synonymous in the tail of the tape of Noble Park's day. They trail 139 to Balwyn 8-4-52. 17 gone second term on the Eastland scoreboard.
Damo, the wind's not going to help you from 20. Just bang it through the middle. I think he was trying to put on the right post and curl it in, but he just sprayed it as Balwyn just walk their way out of defence through Pendlebury, and he kicks long. He gets a 60-metre kick to the wing. Pack rises, ground level ball picked up by G, hooks it around on his left, but Rennie Gilchrist in the way. Oh no, the opposition number takes the mark, and Scott, he's quick to play on. He's got the leaper from behind and takes the grab. No ball by McDonald. Flying kick from the quick release, and it was a minor score for Noble Park. They are 1-4-10, trailing by 7 goals. This ball went at 8-4-52. He saw McDonald come in late, but he just couldn't take the mark.
No, he was probably just that half a step too late.
No, kick that.
The kick was too short.
Jackson Weatherall to bring it back into play for the Tigers.
Ben Marston had a shot on goal.
Thank you.
So Weatherall just edges away from the goal square, the defensive goal square, and chips it short to the right back pocket. Mark taken by Urban, who was the offender only moments ago with a holding the ball decision. So 18 minutes gone, second term. Balwyn by 7 goals. It's a high rain-making ball from Urban towards Monkhurst at centre wing. He forced it to ground level, and the umpires picked out a free kick. It's going the Tigers' way, and it looks as if O'Regan will be the recipient. Interesting hairstyle too, O'Regan. Short back and sides, and he goes short to Rennie Gilchrist at right half back. Just pleading to slow the play down.
I think him and Taylor have gone to the same barber.
Rennie Gilchrist looks towards true centre wing. The kick missed the intended target of McDonald, who sees it over the line.
I actually think that Balwyn have successfully broken down Noble Park's structure. Noble Park like to run the ball wide, but in fact it's working against them in this game because Balwyn are the ones that have taken control of the area that Noble Park want to.
It was a nice mark at centre back as Balwyn won another clearance out of the ball in. And from defence, Noble Park will go long through Nelson. And, well, uncontested mark. He had a few juggles at it. No mark for the Bulls as Jai lets it hit the ground. And Yulba, he probably didn't shock of his life, he didn't get a contest. And he dropped it. So it's a ball up at half forward for the Bulls and haven't got the goals that they wanted to in this second quarter. But they've come back into the contest overall. Quick kick forward, dribbles to the forward 50, but no control there for the Noble Park team. And rushing it out of defence was Reverald off the ground, and he's loving the fact that it went out of bounds and they can reset again, can the Tigers in defence. So 20 minutes as we reach time on in this second term. 46-0 it was at quarter time, Balwyn's favour. Now they are 52-10 as they maintain a 7-goal advantage. Ball's now rushed out to Jaffa Williams, gets it off to a rushing teammate, but the kick's going to be chopped off in the back line by Nelson again. So he just goes long and high, and he's hoping for his teammate to get there in Glenn. Glenn makes a contest. The heavy bump comes in, and Balwyn are off and rushing forward with this turnover on the wing. Taylor Gilchrist, cute on the right boot, gets it to his teammate, and a nice shot at goal by
Sharman.
That's
Smith. There was Smith with the long sleeve jumper from 40 out. He just puts it on the boot, and that is a costly turnover for the Bulls on the wing. And Smith converts the 9th goal on the board for Balwyn. They lead 9-4, 58, 8 goals ahead of Noble Park, 1-4-10. Let's get comment from Benmore and Smith for Car Sales.
Right in front of us down here on the wing position, what created that contest was the courage shown by Charlie Haley against the flight of the football. Fantastic stuff there.
So Balwyn have kicked 2-1 in this second term against the wind. They've extended their advantage. Back in the middle once again, Monkhurst convincingly winning the tap, and he roves his own footy and provides his own clearance with a kick to centre half forward. It's all the Bulls across their half back line, however. The chip pass finds Martin on centre wing, keen to move the play on. He was very eager. Ali Zijai got the hand pass away, missed the target, trying to roam through with Sketcher, went without the football. The Bulls apply the tackle there on Rennie Gilchrist, a couple of them, and will have a bounce in front of the Social Club. 55 out from the Noble Park goal.
I don't believe that's the right option.
That was a very over-ambitious handball there.
He telegraphed what he was going to do, and they had it covered.
Monkhurst wins the tap again for the Tigers. He's been excellent in the ruck. Cross applies the tackle. It was high on that occasion, so the Bulls will have another chance to score once again. The recipient is Ali Zijai, who spears it inside 50, looking into the pocket. The Tigers have the numbers. Smith went without the ball. He kicked that last goal. Still a chance for Zijai. That was Yilba with the hand pass. Ill-directed once again, and it's forced over the line by Weverald in his defensive back pocket.
Their options are not correct, are they? They're really under a lot of pressure down there at Noble Park.
They cannot find any system whatsoever.
I think they're confused, and even when they get two options, they're taking the wrong one. As now it's balled in. It's a ground ball for Noble Park, but they release it, can't take control. But lucky enough, over the shoulder tackle.
Overzealous.
Gets a free kick away, and it will be now in the hands of Lambert in the pocket for Noble Park, 30 metres out, and he'll have a composed set shot.
We go to Wayne Brescher, our goal-kicking expert. What's he got to aim for, Bresh? Which point post, which goal post?
He's got to aim for the right goal post.
I think he's even got it
inside the right goal post.
He might need just outside.
Outside, I should say.
That'll do. We'll all correct him at once, BWS. As now Lambert puts it point post. It's curling, but it's probably not long enough to allow it to come back in. And it's another minor score. 23 minutes gone, second term. Noble Park are only 1-5-11, trailing Balwyn, who are 9-4, 58 on the Eastland scoreboard.
Wayne Brashy, do you see any moves that Mick Fogarty can do to change it up a little bit? Is there anybody out there that you'd be looking at moving?
It's a very good question, Ray. At this stage, I don't think they've got enough seniority in that lineup that's going to be able to make a difference.
True.
Well, you could tell him Mick Fogarty next door to our commentary box, of course, as Mullinger McHugh receives the free kick for a push in the back at right half back.
Damo, it's about now that he'd love some feedback.
Kick towards centre wing. The Bulls have the numbers in the contest. It's forced to ground, trying to break through is G for the Bulls. They do have the numbers. And streaming forward, it was good play. Very effective by Glenn, who chips the pass, but it's intercepted. And the Tigers could work it forward on the counter through Stevenson. They're still in a confined space, but the hand pass comes out to Smart. Kicks it inside 50, into open space. The race is on across that half-forward line. Cross let out for the ball. Streaming through Taylor Gilchrist. Feeds the hand pass out. It ends up with Haley onto the left foot. Spears it into the goal square. Oh, it's going to fall out the back. Now, the umpire may have paid the mark here. Kick off the ground, went through for a goal. Free kick at half-forward. Yes, a free
advantage.
Kick. And the advantage has been paid, so it'll be a Balwyn goal. Taylor Gilchrist was fell behind the play. The kick off the ground ensued, and Balwyn move on to 10-4-64, leading Noble Park 1-5-11, 25 gone, second term on the Eastland scoreboard. That was Sharman who kicked his second.
Yep. Well, we almost forgot to look back because he kicked it off the ground uncontested after
1 metre out.
Yeah.
Look, the quarter hasn't gone the way that you would hope for Noble Park. They've been outscored. They're really struggling that goal-to-goal line to find any substance of movement.
Time for car sales boundary rider Ben Warren-Smith.
I think we need to shift the focus about Noble Park and start concentrating on Balwyn, and what an impressive first half this has been by the Tigers to win this second term and outscore the Bulls by 3 goals. The question now is, how much is this margin going to be? It's a 4-goal breeze Noble Park have. What can Mick Fogarty do? He can get Balwyn to stop playing.
Garnham wins it out of the middle. He's kicked towards Scott. He spills it under a bit of pressure. So Balwyn hold up temporarily, and the pack just comes in over the top. And it'll be a ball up 40 out. And the Tigers are up and about. They're patting each other on the top of the head and on the back and saying, you're doing a good job. As they spoil when they need to, and they burst away from a mistake when it's on for advantage for themselves. Gilchrist applies a tackle, but it's picked up by Marson. He hand passes it to Runner. Sketcher gets it towards his teammate. Collis couldn't get there first, so Balwyn again, first back. And it's Rennie Gilchrist, just walks his way out of a tackle, but his hand pass was misdirected and it goes out of bounds.
They seem to have so much time, Balwyn, all across the park.
But not only time, Bresh, numbers back there too.
So it's a boundary throw in right post, which is covered by Sports Cover.
Yes.
So that'll protect you as well as the post. And it's now Noble Park hoping for the next kick at goal, but Balwyn are always first onto it and they clear. The kick goes towards their teammate and Smart takes the centre back. And look at all the runners for the Tigers. They're just with urgency looking at all options. They can just go sideways and hold it up, realising that time to just shut it down a little bit as Reverald has got it at half back. He'll just put a short ball in and cross. How did he find 10 metres literally on a crowded wing to take an uncontested mark?
That's poor marking there.
It is.
So he'll look at an option. He'll probably find a teammate unattended. As the wobbly ball goes to half forward. Mark taken by Sharman. He's good above his head.
Tell you what, he's not a bad player, this bloke.
He's got a short on. Another short unattended. And it's his teammate in Bain. So Bain at 60, 3 touches uncontested, go towards Noble Park. Well, they had a bit of a contest when Sharman took the mark, but they have been untouched in this forward foray. The defenders get back. Goebbels shrugs them off. He's got a teammate to help him out. Along the ground, nearly an impossible effort by Smart, considering he'd have to beat 3 or 4 sets of feet, but it comes off and is a minor score.
That was a real smart effort, Gab.
Well, yes. Well, it would have been a smart A if it got through, but it was only a minor score, and it's a big 54-point lead for Balwyn as they approach halftime.
Yes, on the Eastland scoreboard, a Sketcher, the veteran, brings it back into play for the Bulls, looks towards it right half back. Flying high was Monkhurst. Was he infringing upon his opponent? He was. No advantage will be paid. So the free kick will come back to Ben Marson. Oh, he's gone. He played on. He was caught napping. Great tackle applied by Haley. He'll receive the free kick. Well, he came out of nowhere like a librarian, didn't he? Haley.
I don't know those types.
Kicks into the pocket. Still a chance for O'Regan crumbing the pack. He sharked it well and forced it over the line as Llewell took him over.
I think that play just highlighted the inexperience there of Noble Park as against the experienced Balwyn.
or they're just rattled.
Let's cross down boundary side. Thanks to car sales. Ben Warren Smith.
Yeah, we've gone to the rule book here. The red card means you sit out for the rest of the game, gents.
Really?
That's what I thought.
So,
You didn't say it.
No, we didn't. You said it.
So the free kick
Thank you.
won't be paid here. It's going to be recalled, the boundary throw in. And it's just inside the 450 for the Tigers. They lead by 9 goals, close to half-time on the cusp of the major break on the Eastland scoreboard. The ball in dispute out of the ruck contest. McDonald was claimed by a couple of Bulls, and the red flag is up. We'll have a bounce right on the 450.
You got Balwyn just hitting Noble Park with everything here.
Monkhurst hitting the ball with an enclosed fist. Jaffa Williams was claimed. Still the ball in dispute. O'Regan trying to break away, paddling it to his advantage. Free kick coming back from the umpire for a high tackle. It's going the way of the Bulls. Kyle Martin, the recipient. He can clear and provide some respite for Noble Park.
I think the highlight of the week for Kyle Martin was being on EFL Insight. But, he hasn't had a great day today as he finds a pass and his teammate marks it on the chest is McDonald. And he's smothered ball. Nothing is going right for the Bulls. As McDonald looked ahead, he just wanted to pass it over the top, but Smart got in there late, and he smothered the ball to keep it within 60 metres of goal for ball, and they're doing everything right.
He's played the perfect link man, Smart, this afternoon.
Yes, he's been very good, and now getting the ball at ground level was Urban, and he was taken high as the tackle just shrugged up over his shoulder, and it's going to be another free kick to Balwyn.
Yeah, but he didn't need to sling him afterwards either.
So Urban looks across the field, looks forward. He's going to have a bigger shot of his life.
Go for a torp, sir.
Well, let's see what his technique's like. It's a free shot at really. Nothing to lose.
Need some pointers off Goebbels.
54-point margin at halftime at least. And a big kick. He actually got onto it, but it just drops 15 metres short. It needed a Goebbels effort. Wasn't to be. But Balwyn will be very happy with themselves at a half-time. They lead 10-5-65. Noble Park at 1-5-11.
A 9-goal margin at the major break at the Queen's Birthday Weekend extravaganza. Goal kickers for Balwyn, 2 apiece to Goebbels, Charlie Haley and Cooper Sharman. And singles to Tom Wilson, Lockie Bain and Bowen Smith. The only goal scorer for Noble Park so far in this game, Ali Zijai. We'll take a break. This is EFL Game Day on 1377 SEN+. The halftime show is up next.